Hey guys, Aoki here, and I am bringing you some pretty exciting and big news. This just showed up on the PBE. We are reporting live from the scene, and it's something that almost sounds troll when you say it out loud. I told a few people at my stream today, and they didn't even believe me. I actually had to show them that it was on Surrender at 20. They are deleting Sightstone from the game. Like, gone. It's gone. Sightstone will no longer exist in the game along with Ruby Sightstone. But let's look at this, take a few look at the changes. A quick explanation of the change: Sightstone and all of its upgrades will be removed from the store. And again, this is on the PBE. Support items will gain Sightstones active as their quest reward. So what that means is when you purchase something at the beginning of the game, like a Spell Thief's Edge or a Relic Shield or an Ancient Coin, once you complete that quest, you're going to essentially have access to a Sightstone that you cannot purchase in the store. You can't purchase it for 800 gold. You have to earn your Sightstone by completing the quest, and those are of course completed by the same way they've always been, by either Relic Shield, you last hit minions, Spell Thieves, you poke enemies, and Ancient Coin, you pick up those little Pac-Man pellets all over the ground, the coins. One drawback, and this is one that I'm actually pretty sad about, is that you're no longer going to have actives on your support items anymore. So when you get your tier 3 support items and finish the quest, for instance, you can't do the spooky ghost anymore, you can't pop talisman for that speed boost, and you can't use relic shield for a little bit of extra health and survivability. That is what is being taken out as well. So instead of those 3 active items, you are being rewarded with a spell, or with a Sightstone. For more context, read below. So the goals of the change, and I've read through this, but I'll save you some time. The gist of it is that they were inspired by the Ardent meta, where they saw support players no longer rushing Sightstone. They were now rushing Ardent meta. They really liked, they were now rushing Ardent Sensor, and they liked the fact that there was that prioritization where support players had the flexibility of rushing a very important item. As we all know, back in the Ardent meta, Ardent Sensor was like the go-to item. If you didn't rush Ardent, you were putting your team at a huge disadvantage. So they really liked that. And I'm not in love with the idea of anything being inspired by the Ardent meta, because the Ardent meta was not a meta that I liked, and that's kind of the majority opinion. I don't know many people that really liked the Ardent Sensor meta. So this is I'm going to leave a link to this, and you guys can read through the whole. But I've given you the gist here. They are taking out the support item actives, and they are removing Sightstone from the game. Some of the implications that I think this is going to see is you are now going to have an extra item slot as a support to build basically whatever you want. You no longer have to spend 800 gold early or in the mid game, and have that item slot taken up. Now you can build, an extra tank item, or if you're playing something like Brand or Zyra, an extra damage item. And I think that this is going to lead to some interesting changes where we see very high damage champions like Zyra, Xerath, if he's still in the meta, and other poke-oriented champions take precedence and really take hold of the meta, because I think that putting an extra damage item on a poke support is generally more impressive than being able to afford an extra tank item as a tank support. But this is all just speculation. This will be, if it goes through the PBE, again, this is all speculative. If it lands in live server, it's going to be coming out on the very first patch of the season. So it's going to be a little chaotic, where I think that the meta in the bot lane is going to be very rocky at the beginning of the season. But guys, let me know down in the comments what you think about this change. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's healthy for the game? Are you going to be sad to see Sightstone go? I personally am not even the type of support that builds it every game, as I'm sure you know by watching my videos and my stream. But I'm kind of iffy. I'm very sad to see, especially Face of the Mountain go. Face of the Mountain was my go-to item on Leona. So, there's some give and take there. It's going to be interesting. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and peace.